Good evening, everybody. I want to welcome you here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here today, Monday night, time to do another episode of Look Back at a Classic Rock Album. The album I've chosen today, and so just so you know how I normally decide on these albums is they have to be 15 years or older. They have to be at least a 2, a 1, or a masterpiece. Usually high 2s is what I prefer. And so today's album falls within those categories. We're talking about Led Zeppelin's Houses of the Holy. Yes, this one does have one of those cover up because we can't have nude children on the cover of magazines. I get that. Or on the cover of albums. So anyways, this album was released March the 28th, 1973. Yeah, a long time ago now, over 50 years. Studio at the Rolling Stones Mobile, Stargroves and Headley Grange, Island and Olympic in London. And it's about 40 minutes long, which is a fairly lengthy album for that time period. On the Atlantic record label, as all of them were, and Jimmy Page again producing the album. So this album, of course, features the 4. I'm just going to go to personnel here so I don't miss any instruments that might be played that I didn't know about, or any extras that might be showing up. So Robert Plant, of course, on vocals, Jimmy Page on guitar, and also doing the production of the album. John Paul Jones on bass guitar, piano, mellotron, organ, synthesizer, and backing vocals on The Ocean. And then John Bonham doing drums and backing vocals on The Ocean as well. As far as that, there's no other musicians linked with the album. There are a lot of other people that perform on this, and it's, of course, Eddie Kramer helped engineer it. So this album is, of course, a classic Led Zeppelin album. We all know that. This is the first one that actually had a name attached to it. The other ones were 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one's Houses of the Holy. Coincidentally, the song Houses of the Holy appears on Physical Graffiti, not on this album. Kind of funny, eh? So this one starts out with The Song Remains the Same. I think that was the title track of their live album. This version, maybe not quite as good as that, but still pretty damn good. The Rain Song, another excellent track. Another Quantum Led Zeppelin song. You got Over the Hills and Far Away. This one could have easily been on Led Zeppelin 4. Kind of sounds like that, has that kind of feel towards it. The grunge, not grunge. Got my musical genres mixed up here. The Crunge, another really solid, heavy track on the album. And then you got Dancing Days. This is kind of a poppy but bouncy type rock song. Catchy. I guess it's got a bit of a catchy beat. I did like this one quite a bit when I first got the album, or when I first heard the album. And my friend left it at my house for months on end, and I played it to death. But it kind of wore on me after a while. And the same as the next song, which is Do You Make Her. This is kind of an odd and a bit of an odd song for Zeppelin, a little bit of an outlier. Do You Make Her, or Jamaica if you want. A little bit of a reggae feel to it. Not something that Led Zeppelin did a lot of, but they attempted to do it here. And they did a reasonably good job. I did like this track quite a bit initially, not so much now. And then No Quarter, another absolute hammering tune. I love it. It's catchy as hell. And then they end off with The Ocean, which is probably the song most known on the album. I don't know if it was the single. Actually, we could find that out right now. Let's look. It's not saying. Let's see, certified. Nope. I mean, obviously, it was 11 times platinum in the United States. That's pretty damn strong. One of the bigger albums, I think, by them. Anyways, I can't find it for some reason. But anyways, The Ocean, I think, is probably considered their most well-known track on this. It's between this and The Song Remains the Same, but both Dancing Days and Do You Make Her are also quite well-known. Most Led Zeppelin stuff's pretty well-known, but the deep cuts on this album are really strong as well. There's no really weak songs on this album. The Ocean, catchy as hell. I love it. I love that track. It's always been one of my favorite Zeppelin tracks. And it, to me, is one of the premium songs on this album and by this band. So there you have it. This is Led Zeppelin's Houses of the Holy, released in 1973. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Look Back at a Classic Rock Album. If you have, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. That's much appreciated. Don't forget the notification bell above my head there. And if you have any comments about Led Zeppelin, the Houses of the Holy, or anything about the music, you can put those in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer them as promptly as I'm able to. Anyways, I hope to see you next Monday night with another look back at yet another classic rock album. Take care and have yourself a good one. Goodbye.